Welcome to the Teresa Harding podcast, where you will learn from one of the top leaders in the network marketing industry. Teresa Harding has grown her team to over millions of people. She's grown online and she's grown offline, and now she's ready to show you the secrets. So get ready to change the way you think. She truly cares about the success of her team and the people that she teaches. So get ready to learn the tips, tricks, and secrets that will allow you to grow a successful business in the 21st century.
I'm Teresa Harding, and this is the Teresa Harding Podcast. This podcast is for people who know that this industry is not about the network marketer anymore. It's about the people we serve and the change we can make in other people's lives. It's about the entrepreneur inside of each of us who's trying to find our voice. It's for the people who want to change the world and are looking for the most powerful way to make that happen. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. Teresa Harding here. This is the Teresa Harding Podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can repurpose your content, because it is very powerful. It can save you a lot of time. It can save you a lot of money. And if you know this ahead of time before you're creating content, then or before you're compiling it, then it helps you compile it in a way that will be a lot more efficient when you need to repurpose it. So there's a quote by Russell Brunson. He is one of my mentors. I've learned a lot from him in the marketing game. And this is what he says. He says, people will pay more for the same product packaged in a different way. Let me say that again. People will pay more for the same product packaged in a different way. The example that he uses is a book. Maybe you bought a book, an actual physical book that you wanted to read, and months go by, all this time goes by, and you haven't read it, and you keep hearing about this amazing book and you still haven't read it. So, when you buy the physical book, it might cost you $12.95 or $19.95. So then you come across the book, you finally are like, I am going to read this book, but I'm obviously not going to read the physical copy. So you look for the Audible version, and the Audible version is way more expensive. Maybe if it's one that you can't find anymore, it might be $90. If it's one that is common for today, it might be $39 or $49. You've got to pay for that book, and guess what? You already have the book. You already have the physical copy. But now you are going to get you'll absolutely buy the book in an Audible version so that you can listen to it and make sure that you read it. And you want to know what? Every single book that I love, I get both versions, because I know I'll listen to it faster on the Audible version, and I can listen to it at faster speeds. And the second reason, when I get the physical version, because number one, I love to have the books in my library. I collect the books that I read and that I think are good. Plus, when I'm looking for content, or I want to do trainings and I'm adding content from things I have learned from other people, I want to be able to look through the book. I want to be able to use that information. I want to be able to mark it up and be able to refer back to it over and over and again. And that's hard to do on an Audible version of the book. So people will pay more, sometimes the same amount, sometimes more, for the same product packaged in a different way. So we've talked about this a little bit when I was doing the offer series, but let me give you a few ideas. So let's say I do interviews with some people on my Facebook group. People might pay to be able to come join our summit, or pay to come to my webinar that I'm streaming, but then I've got a recording of that webinar when it's all over. Now I can use that audio version that's digital, and I can add that to offers, and that is repurposing that content. I can take audio versions of trainings that other people have done that I think are amazing, maybe from YouTube, that I have added into my offers, and then I can go and listen to those, create bullet points, and summarize in my own video exactly what all of these people were saying. So now they not only don't have to listen to all 5 of those other podcasts, I can give them the summary in just one. The perfect example is how they have memberships that you can buy to book clubs, where you don't even have to read the whole book. Personal development books, if you're a member of these groups, they read the book, they create the summary for you of the book, and then you can just listen to the summary, or you can just read the summary, so you learn the information without having to take the time to read the whole thing. Another way that they do it is they create a whole new book Like, have you seen books that you can buy? You might already have the physical copy of a book. Now they have a book on the exact same book, but it's the summary of that book. And people sell those and people buy them. So every time you're creating content, I want you to be thinking about how you can repurpose the content, how you could use it in video, in audio, in like retrainings or whatever, how you can compile it differently, how you can print it out. I might have trainings, you guys, I could take my podcast episodes, print them out and make it into a book. All those episodes I did on offers, I could take all of those and create a digital copy of an ebook that is on offers. And guess what? When you buy this from me, when you buy my product, I'm going to give you this for free. So keep that in mind for everything that you do. So let me give you an example of the way I do that and the way I think about it. When I do my podcast episodes, a lot of times I'm traveling. So for example, this one is just audio. I don't have a video recording of it. You don't see me in the video. You're just going to be able to listen to it. But whenever I can, I do it in front of a video, because now I've got a video version, I've got an audio version, I can actually recreate it into a text version and a copy that people can read. You guys, the possibilities are endless. So keep that in mind with every single thing that you do. Even if I'm doing like an interview with someone and I'm just going to use it on my podcast, I will try to do it in a video version on Zoom if we can't be together, or in my recording studio, so that we can have all the different versions, possible versions of that content, so I can repurpose it later. So keep that in mind. You guys, start utilizing this, start making some changes in the way that you work things out when you create your content. And make sure, for example, when you do a Facebook Live, take that Facebook Live, save it, download it, save it in your archives, so that anytime you need something, what if Facebook got shut down tomorrow? You now have lost all those videos of all those trainings that you have done. Save everything that you can, and you'll be able to repurpose it in different offers with different options and opportunities for your dream customers. So if you guys have ideas and ways that you repurpose content, please, as usual, put it in the comments. Love to hear your ideas. Other people need to hear your ideas. It totally helps each other. So don't forget to repurpose your content. Don't forget to put the comments below. And thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you in the next episode.